finishing second in his. So we will see who's able to come out on top here after 20 laps. Mikey Hilberg's on the flag stand with 2 greens in his hand as they come through turns 3 and 4. The SK Light modifies, rolling off turn number 4, and the green flag is in the air. Caddick and Anderson race for the lead as they go down to turn 1.
Anderson will lead him through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, out in front. Sammy looks strong in the qualifying heat. Corey Caddick hanging tough with that number 27. Running in the second spot, then Meg Fuller and Nick Hovey right out the top 4. They stay in line through the first and second turn and down the backstretch.
Into turn number 3 they go as Fuller has some heavy pressure for third from Nick Hovey, trying to get to the outside lane there in turns 3 and 4. Had to settle in behind 2 laps up on the board as they cross the stripe that time by and go back down into turn number 1. Hovey gets to the outside that time, Pete. He's going to drive up alongside Fuller as they come off turn number 2 in the race for the 3rd spot.
Side by side into turn 3, there's Hovey. Up on the outside, trying to wrestle the spot away from Meg Fuller, and does. Now Fuller's going to contend with John O'Sullivan, who's going to the outside in the number 15. That is the race for the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Corey Caddick all over the back bumper of Sammy Anderson, and this time will dive down on the low side looking to take the spot away. But not enough momentum to make the pass, and Anderson gets a good shove from Nick Hovey as Hovey's trying to work his way in there, and he goes to the inside. Throws a little bit of a block out of turn number 2 and maintains the lead.
Yeah, Hovey gets control as they go down into turn number 3. And the quarter of the way mark is here in the SKO modified main event. Hovey takes the lead. Second place is Anderson. Third, Corey Caddick. O'Sullivan 4th. Fuller is 5th. Gamache is 6th. The top 6 have kind of pulled away from the rest of the field for the time being. We'll see if Sammy Anderson's able to close back in and try to go after that number 16 of Nick Hovey.
Well, Hovey's been tough all season long in that number 16 and shows him the way around. Here's Caddick pulling out a line, taking a look on the inside of Sammy Anderson, trying to make the pass, and almost gets up into her, kind of forces her up the racetrack. She's got to back out of it, and Caddick takes the position.
Through 3 and 4 they come. O'Sullivan now going to try the inside lane. In the number 15, back across the stripe. 7 laps are complete in the SK Light main event, and it is Hovey opening it up a little bit now at the top of the field. Nice, comfortable advantage as they come off of turn number 2. Caddick trying to close in here in the SK Light main event.
Already a 2-time winner in the SK Lights here at Thompson is leading this one with 8 laps complete. Caddick for 2nd, Sammy Anderson 3rd, O'Sullivan 4th, Meg Fuller rounds out the top 5.
Nine laps up on the board. Next time by the halfway signal will be given. Caddick a little bit quicker that time by. Trying to close in on your leader. Sammy Anderson comfortable there in the 3rd position. As they come down through turns 3 and 4, this time by the halfway signal is up in the air. 10 down, 10 to go for Nick Hovey. Corey Caddick beat those closed in considerably on that battle for the lead. He's within a car length here as they come off turn number 2.
Yeah, he's been strong since the drop of the green flag and seems to be able to close as they approach the turn. Can't quite get up there in a battle for the lead, but is right there on the back bumper of Nick Hovey going into turn 1.
Yeah, good run through the first and second turn for Caddick as he slides down the inside, slides back up in line, down to 3 and 4. 12 laps will be complete this time by. Just 8 laps to go in the 20-lap main event. And Sammy Anderson watching both of them start the battle for the lead, hoping she can close in the final stages of this one. Behind them, John O'Sullivan in the 4th spot, all by himself, battle for 5th. Danny Gamache, Meg Fuller going at it there.
Yeah, and then a little further back, Austin Goff and John Studley. And here's a battle for the lead out of turn 4 as we go back to the front. As Caddick was testing Hovey on the inside, but Hovey with the better groove that time is able to hold him off.
Into 3 and 4 they go. 6 laps remaining when they come back to the stripe. This time by Caddick, right up to the back bumper of that pink, black, and white number 16. As they go into the corner, maybe a little bit of contact, getting in. All over the rear tailgate of that machine, trying to find his way around. This time by, there's just 5 to go, and Caddick literally pushing Nick Hovey around the racetrack.
Yeah, Caddick making his presence known for sure. Just not enough to pull up alongside. You know, that extra little shove is in a attempt to maybe run Hovey up the racetrack a little bit, but he will have none of it as Hovey holds on. Here's Caddick again. A little, as Matt Buckley would say, Woody Woodpecker action to the back bumper of Nick Hovey's number 16. But as we said, Hovey's able to hold him off.
Down the back straightaway they come, inside the final 4 laps now. Anderson not able to close in on these top 2, who have nice and comfortably distanced themselves in the lead. Off of 4 they come, just 3 laps to go. We'll see, Pete, if Caddick's going to wait. Is he doing this strategically and going to wait till the last lap to try to make the move for the win?
I think he's tested it a couple of times and staying right there, fairly even with Hovey, but not ready to pull out a line and test it with 2 laps to go this time.
Twin sticks in the air, Caddick all over him, takes hook down to the inside and down the front straightaway. Hovey on the outside, Caddick down low as they go down into the corner. Not quite enough on entry, but as they come off of 2, they're side by side for the lead. Down to 3 and 4, cut to the white flag.
Well, Covey got a good launch out of turn number 2. Here they come again, coming down to get that white flag. 1 more lap to go. Advantage Hovey across the stripe as he's able to pull in front of Caddick. Caddick may have used it up in that attempt. He'll try it one more time. He'll throw it in there to turn 3 and see if he can get it done. And he does. Throws it down. They run up the racetrack. Here they come down to the finish line. At the line, it'll be Nick Hovey and Corey Caddick for second. Sonny Anderson third. John O'Sullivan fourth. Meg Fuller holds on for 5th. Danny Gamache will be 6th. Austin Goff 7th. Todd Bullard 8th. John Studley 9th. And Danny.
He gave you everything he could there in the final lap, but this thing was good again. He's going to come over and give you congratulations. And good race there at the end. You guys battling it out.
Yeah, that was probably as hard as we could have raced without wrecking each other. That was awesome. It's always fun to race here. Thanks to everybody that helps. Thanks to everybody that comes out and helps put this on. Everybody involved. This is just awesome.